I grew up in a church that was very evangelistic. They taught us to go and make disciples, but the idea of going to make disciples was standing on a street corner and handing out tracts with the ABCs of how to become a Christian, or knocking on a door and saying, "Do you know where you're going when you die?" And I just wasn't comfortable with that kind of evangelism. It terrified me. As I grew older, I realized that when God says, or Jesus says, to go and make disciples, that He's telling us to use the resources and things that we have, who we are, who He's created us to be in our unique ways, to go and make disciples. One of the things about me is that I love stories. I love to hear people's stories. I love to build relationships with people and find out about their lives. So I grew up in Texas, and Texas is a lot different from Eastern North Carolina. And when I came to Eastern North Carolina, all I wanted to do was get a degree and get out of here as quickly as I could. Well, the Lord had other plans for me, and even though I was kicking and screaming to get out of here, I ended up staying, getting married and staying. 15 years later of living in this small knit community, I met a friend, and come to find out that he grew up within 3 miles of my house. So we had common friends, we had common experiences. We realized that we had a common interest in music, and we shared the love of singing, the love of playing instruments. Because the style of going and making disciples that I felt like God wanted me to do was very natural and being very real, I would just share. I went to Covenant, a part of the worship team. Come and join us. You might like it, knowing that he loved music. And every time he would say, yeah, but he never did, but I kept trying. So one Sunday I was playing, and I glanced up at the sound booth, and standing behind the sound booth was my friend and his family. And I was so excited to see them, but I was also so thankful and shocked. It surprised me that they were there and happy. But it just really cemented in my mind how that when we radiate Christ, when we show the love and the grace that God gave us to others, we don't have to go out there boldly and knock on doors and proclaim in such a way that it's scary, but we can come together as friends in relationship and see growth and see interweaving of stories and families and friendship for the glory of God.